I'm ready. So on the other side of things, the Ravens lost to the Chiefs. Uh, it was, I mean, close on the scoreboard, but it didn't feel so close on the field because every time the Ravens try to get something going, there's something went wrong. What stood out to you most in this Ravens game? This Ravens Chiefs game?
I think what stood out to me the most was the fact that it just felt like everything was hard for Lamar Jackson and this Baltimore Ravens offense. It didn't feel like they really caught a rhythm. It didn't feel like they understood what the Kansas City Chiefs were and Spagnola were going to throw at them. And so they felt on their toes a whole lot, and it just didn't feel like they had any cohesion moving forward throughout that game. And on the other side, like the Kansas City Chiefs, it really felt like they were just like, all right, well, we're gonna play and we're gonna kind of be we're gonna Bruce Lee be like water, and we're gonna see where this kind of takes us, and we'll move from there. Uh, Travis Kelsey passes Jerry Rice as far as catches in the playoffs. I mean, he's putting his exclamation mark on his career as a whole. I think if they win the Super Bowl, he might retire on the spot. I'm not sure. I don't have any, on that, but I think it just goes to show you experience matters. And when it comes down to it, Lamar Jackson and this Baltimore Ravens team have only won against, I think, who were they saying was the quarterback? Ryan Tannehill and CJ Stroud in their playoff career. And Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelsey just continue to prove it year in and year out. And this was probably the worst Chiefs team that Patrick Mahomes has had, and he's still able to get it done. And so experience matters, coaching matters, and the quarterback matters, and they outplayed him.
Yeah, to me it felt like the Chiefs were going in like as this game was going, the Chiefs were like, "All right, we're just gonna keep doing what we do. We're gonna keep on taking what they give us." And then again, second half adjustments, the Chiefs made them, and the Ravens. It felt like the whole game were like, "When's our knockout shot coming? When are we gonna get that giant play?" And I just didn't like the game plan from the coaching staff. I didn't like how Lamar was playing, like very hero ball. I mean, to start that first drive, first couple drives, it was like fireworks. Like Lamar's running, doing everything. I thought it was gonna be for a second like a 40-50 shootout.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamar throws a ball to himself for 13 yards. Uh, but after that, it just the Chiefs settled in and they stuck to their game plan. They're blitzing. They're playing man. They're looking really good. And then the Ravens just stuck to their game plan of, hey, Lamar's a thrower. He's gonna throw the ball downfield. And I mean, I think at a certain point you can only throw so many go balls that don't connect. Where you look at yourself and like, all right, maybe we don't have it in us today to go deep. Because even if you hit one of those, you were down two scores. And to think, if you guys play just like Dan Gamble, if you guys played conservative and did a couple checkdowns, did some slants, and kicked field goals, probably would have won that game because they're blitzing you. You have the slant. They're throwing no slants. They're throwing no screens. Lamar handed it off 7 times only in that game, where this Chiefs run defense isn't that great. So I think it was a little bit of, hey, we're better than you, and we're gonna prove it to you by doing it this way. And like I said before, it shouldn't be this is how we play, so this is how we're gonna win. It should be win by any means necessary, even if you have to shift your play style. And the two coaches that did that this week, Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan, those are the ones that won.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my point is like, where were the running backs? Like, why not establish the run game? That was something that would help out Lamar in the passing game. Then you could go off the play action. Then you can do the crossing route. And another thing is like, they also didn't utilize OBJ in a way that I felt was going to exploit this defense. And I know the talk was, hey, OBJ has a real chance to go off this game. But it felt like they just never really had a game plan for him. And where I felt like they would have succeeded more is if they would have used him like the Rams used him in the Super Bowl, crossing routes, give him space, let him run, let him be athletic. And they just didn't let him do that whatsoever. But even then, like, again, that's all things that can be set up by the run game, by establishing the run. And I just don't know why they chose to, hey, we're just going to bomb it. We're just going to sit back, shotgun, and we're just going to bomb it. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's not this iteration of the Kansas City Chiefs where you can just go deep on them. I mean, sure, you're gonna have chances. We seen it last week where Stephon Diggs drops balls. We seen it this week where it just kind of didn't really happen. Like there was openings, but not really. But where you can get it is in zone, like in the soft zone. Like there's under routes that are there and available to you. Why not take the under? And so it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, the I feel like the Bills and the Ravens are playing the ghost of the Kansas City Chiefs. Like they're playing the Chiefs that beat them in previous years because before it was like it's a race to 40 yards, like or to 40 points. We have to score as many points as possible as quickly as possible. And with this current Chiefs team, it's really just play defense and put up 20 points and you could win this game because their offense isn't that explosive anymore. So, and the Chiefs know that they've shifted their game plan to run the ball and play defense. But the other teams going against them, for some reason, are feeling like we have to push the ball downfield. We have to put up a lot of points. I mean, 18 would have got you the win. That just tells you right there that this isn't the same Chiefs team that was putting up major numbers. And if you shift your game plan to be a little bit more consistent with your throws and put up some field goals and run the ball, I think at the end of the day you'd have a better chance than throwing deep. And as far as Zay Flowers, he had a great game up to a point. um, he got the stupid taunting call, and yeah, people are arguing like, oh, it's soft, but you're throwing a ball in a guy's face, standing over him, getting his face. I mean, the refs are gonna call that. It's just the league, it's
Yeah.
the no fun league. Stupid decision, and then he fumbles into the end zone. So if he didn't get the taunting call, he would have been in the end zone. So that comes back to bite him. And it's crazy to me that kind of the two older teams, the Niners and the Chiefs, all these veterans won the game. They didn't make a lot of mistakes, but then the Lions and the Ravens had two star rookies fumble the ball in these games. So
Mhm.
just a little interesting tidbit,